There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute and dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view, starting over is harder than starting up. Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. Playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.